The next part of the presentation is going to be by Jane, who is going to talk about the history of biorelativity. Biorelativity was one of the first Arcturian exercises that was offered to us. So, Jane, go ahead.
Well, hello, everybody. As David said, I'm Jane. I'm coordinator in Australia and the Biorelativity coordinator. Biorelativity describes the ability of human beings to telepathically communicate with the spirit of the earth. The goal is to influence the outcome of natural earth events, such as storms, volcanoes, earthquakes. We want to interact with Earth and her feedback loop system. And we focus on limiting the damage to humanity and the environment from that particular event. We're also part of the feedback loop system of the Earth. Now, the practice of biorelativity has been going through recorded history, and it includes events such as the Native Americans praying for rain, biblical figures asking for weather change, and ceremonies such as the Hopi Kachina dances to influence weather conditions for favourable planting and growing seasons. We discovered the idea of biorelativity was universally found in many native cultures globally. They just use different terms. Now, the group of 40 began doing biorelativity in 1996 at the recommendations of our wonderful Giuliano, the Arcturian master. Giuliano advised David that planets that wanted to graduate from planetary stage 1 to planetary stage 2 adopted biorelativity as part of their healing methods. The idea being that we should develop a planetary healing program to teach people how to correctly do biorelativity for planetary healing. Now, this led to meditations for earth balancing and healing. And in 2012, Giuliano developed the concept of the Year of the Planetary Healer. Now, Group of 40 have found in our global work throughout the planet that biorelativity finds universal interest. People like the idea of meditations for planetary healing. It's about being a conscious creator. We are co-creating our reality with Mother Earth by taking the role of creating harmony and balance with nature and aligning ourselves to it. We found that people outside of Group of 40 didn't relate to the word biorelativity. So the Biorelativity Committee decided to change the name of our planetary healing work to Planetary Healing Exercises. And we will especially use this term when Group of 40 members were explaining or trying to explain the concept to non-members. Our planetary healing meditations are multilingual, and we present over 20 per week in many languages, including Spanish, Portuguese, Romanian, German, Dutch, and of course, English. We train Group of 40 members to become presenters for the Biorelativity Meditations program. And we currently have 20 trained planetary healers, and we now do well over 85 meditations per month You know, this is an art form. We also present webinars and worldwide meditations. We have many YouTube videos explaining and teaching about biorelativity on our Group of 40 YouTube channel. Now, I'd just like to mention arcane power. Let's compare the power of one person meditating compared to the thought power of a group meditating. Larger groups meditating together strongly affect the outcome of the focus. As a global group, we increase the power of our meditations because we offer global participation and we meet on a frequent basis. Gaia is becoming accustomed to our voice. The arcane power of our group coming together globally to focus on those devastating fires in Australia in 2019-20 resulted in Mother Earth sending much needed rain. Coming together to focus on the fires in Arizona this year seemed to help influence a strong rainy season in that area. And only this week, after our biorelativity on October the 19th, requesting rain in the US West and in British Columbia, a Fox News weather report stated that a series of storms were moving into the US West that would bring much needed moisture to the drought-stricken region, with rain along the coast, in the valleys, and snow would fall over the mountains. In the meditation, we also asked for help for British Columbia, and rain was predicted for there as well. Look, they're just a few of the many examples of how our healing meditations have helped to balance the planet. Our commitment is the transmission of knowledge that Earth is a living spirit, Gaia, and we, as a planetary healing group, must find ways and means to teach this theme to more people on the planet so they can be prepared to work together for bringing the Earth into balance. Now, I really would be absolutely chuffed to introduce the Biorelativity Committee to you. Now, this committee oversees all biorelativity activities. Of course, we have David K. Miller. We're all very familiar with David. We have Janine Malcolm in New Zealand. I don't know, Janine, would you like to say hello and then we'll all see what you look like?
Yes, hi everybody. Yes, I would like to say it's an absolute pleasure and a privilege to be part of this wonderful group. The people that I interact with on this group, on this committee, through these meditations and just generally on a day-to-day basis have really lightened my life, I have to say. It's been a great way of expanding my spiritual awareness, and to be able to spend the time with like-minded people is just an absolute gift of love. And I thank you all very much.
Wonderful, Janine. And we have Cosmin, of course, Cosmin in Transylvania, in Romania. Hello, Cosmin.
Hi, everybody. From Europe.
That's it.
Thanks, Jane.
Yeah. And then the fourth person is me. But look, thank you for listening, and I hope that gave you a little bit of background of biorelativity. Okay, back to you, David.